Hey, you found me. Hey, look at that. You found me. I'm Drew. I'm reading books, and we are on DogBreath Victorious by Chad Henry. And it's a good start so far. Just getting background story on what's going on with everything and who the characters are. So we're on chapter 3 now. And let's dig in. Here we go, chapter 3. On this particular fateful Friday, I'm trying to tell you about, me and Ziggy and Phoebe bombed quietly through our front door, passed through the living room where I threw down my books and the flyer for the contest. Ziggy headed down the basement stairs, clomp, clomp, 3 steps at a time, really loud in his Frankenstein boots. Before Phoebe and I could get to the basement door, my mom came into the living room. My life is getting better and better. My life is getting better and better. Oh, hi, kids. Mom was chanting her affirmations. She'd been so depressed after Dad died, she couldn't even get out of bed for a long time. Then somebody sent her this book on positive thinking, and ever since she's been the affirmation queen. She has them taped to her refrigerator and the bathroom mirror, and she listens to subliminal motivation tapes on her Walkman. It's fairly spooky. I made fun of her affirmations, but underneath, I'm glad she discovered them, because for a while there, I was really, really concerned about her mental health. She's not a very strong person. She was all dressed up for once and had on some makeup dealy that covered up the dark circles under her eyes and a nice hairdo. She was putting some bridge mix into a bowl. Suddenly I looked at Mom hard. Something was different. Mom, your hair. How come you're all blonde? Oh, it's a wig. I decided it's time for me to lighten up. I've just been so depressed since your father passed, and I read in Ladies' Home Journal that if you want a change, start with your hair. So no more bummed out brunette. Busy blondes have more fun. Do you like it? Mom, you look gorge. Mom, Phoebe, Mom. Phoebe stuck out her hand and said, How do you do, missus? I grabbed Phoebe's arm and yanked her toward the basement steps. We gotta go downstairs now, Mom, I hollered over my shoulder. Stop, now. Timmy, thank you. Are you and your little friends going to watch television? Mom asked. No, we're having band practice, I said. No, you're not, Tim. Mr. Thompson called me today. He told me everything. Mom, you're not going to make me stop the band. Honey, you boys broke up anyway, didn't you? Yeah, but now we're starting again. Well, we'll have to discuss this later. I've invited a group of women over. I'd prefer that you didn't play music. You'll just have to watch television or play perquaggy or talk amongst yourselves. What are you doing with this group of women? I asked. I'm hosting a Mary Kay party, dear. Mary Kay party? Oh God, that is so lame, I hollered. If Ziggy or Toddy or Flipper or anybody finds out, my credibility is shot. Why do you want to sell Mary Kay? Because we need the money badly, Timmy. If we want to stay here in this house and keep our car and so on, I have to get a job. Besides, Mary Kay has a wonderful philosophy of life, so I'm going to try to sell Mary Kay cosmetics. Philosophy? I said. We're facing abrupt psychic death. And suddenly you're talking philosophy? My shamanism teacher says if you have a problem, don't dwell on it. Instead, form a mental image of what you really want to happen to you and surround it with a warm pink light. Mary Kay is very spiritually oriented. All her products are pink. That's wonderful, said Phoebe. Great idea, Mom, I said. I gotta go. Okay, dear, just remember, no band. Sure, Mom. I grabbed Phoebe and ran her down the basement. Besides us, I heard my mom chanting, my life is getting better, my life is getting better, better and better. I found myself starting to mutter the same thing like a commercial jingle that couldn't get out of your head. My basement and bedroom rehearsal studio is really cool. There's rock band posters all over the place and signs that we borrowed from around the neighborhood, like road washed out, detour, and extremist danger, high voltage. A year ago, I and Ziggy put up acoustical tile and more carpeting and stuff so DogBreath could practice without bothering anybody. At least I put it up while Zig made suggestions and took naps. It doesn't work too good, though. Mom's always sticking her head down the basement door and hollering, "Tim, turn it down. I can't hear myself think." You'd think after a while she could come up with something original. Phoebe followed me cautiously down the basement steps and looked around very nervous, like she was in the Chamber of Horrors at Madame Tussaud's Wax Museum, which Dad and Mom took me when I was 8, and it warped me for life. "This place is really grim," she said. "How can you do art in an environment like this?" "Art schmart," I flung back at her. Ziggy said, "Fear not, my shimmering goddess. My musette art practically lives here." "Not today, it doesn't," I said. "Mom knows everything." "So?" he said. "She said we couldn't practice," I said. "It's imperative that we practice. This contest is too important, amigo. Are we not anarchists? If we are forced to employ deceit and subterfuge, so be it." Ziggy grabbed the telephone. He wedged the receiver between his shoulder and ear while he rapped out drum patterns on his snare. "Flipper, get over here immediatamente. We have a date with destiny. Yeah, I'm talking about DogBreath. Look, you only think you quit. You're mistaken. Get over here. How does $1 million sound you?" "That's what I thought. Beat cheeks, man." $1 million, I inquired. "We gotta have possibility thinking." "Thomp it, my friend." "Thomp it? You thomp it?" said Phoebe through her adenoids. "Timothy spelled backwards because that's what he is," explained Zig. "Oh." "It's not me, it's Mom, Zig. We can't practice while she's here, okay? We'll just talk." "I don't think Toddy and Flipper know how," said Zig, dialing the phone. Phoebe started drifting around the room, looking at posters and glancing through magazines. I plugged in my Stratocaster, put on my headphones, and turned up the volume and hit a few power chords. I could still tell what Ziggy was saying in spite of the headphones. He has distinctive lips. They're very easy to read. "Toddy, my matey, we need you at DogBreath Central Pronto on the double at Serra. DogBreath lies quivering at the brink of heroic age of Uberrock. Hop your board and thrash on over here." Within 2 minutes, Toddy and Flipper, who both live in the neighborhood, came crashing, ka-thunk, down the basement steps. "Tune in, turn on, drop out, fellows," said Flipper. Don't worry, be happy," said Phoebe. "Who's the babe?" Toddy inquired, running a large hand across the carroty buzz cut. "Fellow men, meet Phoebe." "Oh, fellow men, meet Phoebe," said Ziggy. "The next goddess of the known universe, soon to be revealed. Phoebe Fortier, meet Toddy and Flipper." "Hi," Phoebe replied through her nose. She pulled a sketch pad and pencil from her book bag and got very busy drawing. "Where'd you find her? Selling campfire mints?" Flipper said. "Yeah, what's she supposed to be?" Toddy insisted. "Anything and everything," said Ziggy. "Camp follower, vocalist, poet, muse, inspiration, decoration, the hair of the dog of DogBreath." "Do we have to split the money with her?" asked Flipper. Flipper's real name is Gordon Ishuza. He's about 6'2", Asioid, weighs about 250, and has shoulder-length green hair. He takes money at the Green Village 2 parking lot across the street from Uijama. It's ruined him. Money's all he thinks about. "Don't worry about money. Worry about music, and the money will take care of itself," said Zig. "Now open your third eyes, gentlemen. Mr. Tim has a new song, which we will now put together for the Lewd Fingers extravaganza next Saturday night. Except I'm not allowed to practice, so we have to play really quiet, you guys." "What's the point, man? Why are we even practicing if we can't play?" Flipper said. Ziggy firmly closed the padded, carpeted door that led upstairs. "We can practice changes without cranking it. Plug in, pals," Ziggy said. Toddy and Flipper picked up bass guitar and keyboard respectively. Ziggy twirled his drumsticks as I worked out a chord pattern on my guitar. The name of the song's called Hell School. Take it away, Tim. Remember, quiet, you guys, I said. We'll be so quiet, Ziggy assured. He raised his drumstick to count us in. 3, 2, 1, 0. We worked on the song for the next half hour or so very quietly. For the first 10 or 15 minutes, nobody could do anything right. Then Ziggy changed to another drum pattern, and Toddy found some different chords in the bridge of the song, and everything seemed to drop into place as if by magic. Hell school, Lord, get me out of here, I sang. And Phoebe chimed in with this strange harmony. Well, you couldn't even call it harmony, really. She had this kind of fire engine wail that wasn't even in the same key we were singing in, but it was so bizarre that it was great. It gave the whole song this very eerie, hellacious quality. In the middle of the song, Toddy and Flipper looked at Phoebe with something approaching respect. Started to play faster, louder, more passionately. Ziggy was practically breaking his drum heads. I don't want to go. Mama, don't make me go. Mama, please. Mama, please. Mama, no. Hell school. I was singing like I had never sung in my life, becoming one with my guitar. My microphone swept away on a crashing wave of art. Timmy! Timmy! Submerged in my peak experience, I vaguely became aware of another sound floating down the stairs. Timmy! Timmy! Are you practicing? I thought we agreed you wouldn't do it. We're playing CDs, Mom, I hollered. Then turn it down, Timmy, turn it down! Ah, crap, Ziggy said. My mother came down through the basement door. Timmy, I'm trying to have a class up here, she said. Oh, that's all right, Miss Therafall. You're not bothering us, said Ziggy, pounding on his drums. I hit him. Timmy, turn it down, she said. I can't hear myself think, I said at the same time as my mother. Don't get smart with me, young man, my mother requested in her most cornball manner. Now, please keep it quiet. I'm trying to earn us a living up here. She turned around and headed up the steps. I followed her upstairs. Mom, can't we keep playing? I mean, listening for a while? We're having this, breakthrough. You'll have other breakthroughs. We have an agreement, Tim. Why don't you watch television or something for a while with your little friends, she said. Get real, Mom. There's nothing on. Well, why don't you fix everybody a pizza dog and some milk until our class is over? I followed Mom into the living room. Mom, we don't want a pizza dog. We want to prep. I came through the living room door and stopped in my tracks. There were 3 of my mom's best friends sitting around the living room, towels turbaned onto their heads and green gook drying all over their faces. Each of them had a TV tray in front of her with a bunch of makeup and cream and stuff set out. Oh, Bev, it's Timmy's getting so big, said one of them through the green gook mask. From the breathy, clueless voice, I could tell it was Jetta Prince. She and her mom and her attorney husband and baby live over on Mercer Island and are even far more boozier than Mom and me. Tim, I bet you'd be really cute if you got a haircut. Yeah, all the girls are crazy about him, said Miss Lewis, my music teacher. What was that song you were playing, Timmy? Asked Miss Lewis. Hell School, I said. Hell School, she wrinkled up her nose. You inspired it, Miss Lewis, said Ziggy, who had just come through the basement door. He lumbered over. Hi, Ziggy, said one of the green fishes. It's me, Wendy. Hey, Win. Timmy, he whispered me. Get the $50 before it's too late. Ask in front of the other grown-ups. They hate being embarrassed in front of their friends, he asked and clumped into the room. Mom, I said, I need $50. Not now, Tim, she said. We're having a class. Ziggy, remember to put the backseat down when you're done. Oh. But, Mom, this is important. It's for a band contest at Lewdfinger's Dirt Club, I said. Wendy's mom's friends, who works in the control tower in the university drawbridge, Sirius, said, Hi, Tim. Haven't seen you and Ziggy in the bridge for a while. What's the Dirt Club? Mom said, oh, it's an underage disco. Oh, oh, it's an underage disco or something. Mom, it's not a disco. It's a rock club. Look, could I have the $50 now? I've got to get back to entertain my friends. Tim, we just can't afford it right now. I can't even sell any of this Mary Kay stuff. What about the $50 Grandpa sent me for my birthday? I asked, getting desperate. Honey, I told you we need that for bills. It's my money, I hollered. I should at least get to borrow it. The toilet flushed, and Ziggy came clumping out of the bathroom door. Lid Ziggy, Mom said. All right, sorry, Ziggy said. He clumped back in the bathroom, slammed the lid with a loud thunk, clumped back out, and went down into the basement. Mom, if we win this contest, I'll give you all the money, I said, picking the flyer up off the table. See? First prize is $2,000, so I could please have 50 now? Let me see that flyer, said Wendy, grabbing it away from me. $2,000. That's not exactly peanuts, Bev. Tim, can anybody enter this contest? Geez, I don't know, Wendy, I said. I guess anybody could enter. It's a free country, supposedly. I gave my mom a soulful don't you love me gaze. Mom! Oh, all right, Mom said, glancing nervously at her friends. We're already so deep in debt, $50 won't make any difference. She laughed and resigned little laugh. Thanks, Queen of all moms, I gurgled. Tim, you go on downstairs now, and if you're going to listen to music, keep the volume down. You know how Mr. Miller next door complains. I hate the neighbors, I said. Let's move. And I ran back downstairs. 4 listless artists staring at me apathetically, waiting for direction. I got the entry fee, I yelled. All right, said Flipper. DogBreath rides again. I strapped on my guitar and put on my headphones. Okay, troops, I said. We've got 2 weeks to get ready for this contest at Lewdfinger's. Hell, school, let's take it from the edge. Only we have to be quiet. Mom's still having a class. Okay, quiet, yeah, said Ziggy, raising his drumsticks over his head. He brought them down with a rhythmic crash on his toms. Rock and roll! 1, 2, 3, 4! Suddenly, there was my mom standing at the bottom of the stairs, arms folded, lips tight, toe-tapping tensely, and, of course, green gook all over her face. All right, she said. Ziggy, Toddy, Flipper, I'll have to ask you to leave now. Mom, I hollered. Not now, right in the middle. Everybody leave now. Phoebe, you too, dear. I'm sorry. Toddy and Flipper hove big, impatient sighs, grabbed their gear, and went stomping out the basement door without even saying goodbye. Ziggy snatched his drumsticks and lopped out after them, shooting me a look over his shoulder that spoke volumes of bad thoughts. Phoebe picked up her peachy. Goodbye, Miss Fairfall. Nice to meet you. She gave me a loppy look through her blue glasses and went up the basement steps. Thank you, Phoebe, she said. And then my mother really scared me. She burst into tears. She just stood there on the basement steps, her shoulders heaving and tears getting all down her green gook. I don't know what we're going to do, Timmy. I just don't know what we're going to do. You ever have your mother cry on you? You could get really insecure from it. And that, my friends, is the end of chapter 3. So they're trying to jam out and stuff, but they can't because their mom's having a Mary Kay party. But they are kind of getting the groove down on their new song, so that's good. I like how Phoebe's a part of it in some sort of way, you know? Gives a little more dynamic, not only to the story, but to their band too, I'm sure. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, there you have it. There's chapter 3. It's kind of a long one. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. Chapter 3, DogBreath Victorious. I'm Chad Henry, everybody. I hope my voices aren't too annoying, but I feel like if I were to just read it, it'd be super boring and totally lame, bro. You know? I feel like Keanu Reeves, I should be saying, whoa, a lot. You know? Whoa. Or whatever. Totally. But anyways, it's July 8th, 2024, and I hope that you have an awesome Monday. I bet you're at work right now, working really hard and stuff. So good for you, man. Make that money. Yeah. Totally, bro. All right. I'm gonna go now. So, yeah, catch me on the next one. All right, later.